So, you've been laid off. Now what? First of all, I want you to take a deep breath. Don't panic, which is easier said than done. I know you just lost either all of your income or part of your income, and it's easy to freak out. But I want you to know that there are many people in the same situation that you're in. I want you to know that you're not alone because this happened to me too. My name is Tamika, and I want to share with you some tips and tricks about how to navigate a layoff and turn something that could have been a disaster into the life of your dreams. Now, I want you to know that it is completely okay to freak out, but I don't want you to stay there. It's completely okay to mourn the loss of your job, much like a relationship, right? Like you spent years at this job. You probably have coworkers that have become like friends or family, and now you're trying to figure out what you're going to do. And that's fine. It's completely normal. You are a normal human being. However, the frustrating thing is when you have put all of your blood, sweat, and tears into one income, one income stream, and then it's taken away. Many people who are living paycheck to paycheck, that's most Americans, many other people around the world like you and me, we're living paycheck to paycheck. And when we're laid off, we don't know quite what we're going to do. But with the advent of the internet, you can work from anywhere you want to on the planet as long as you have Wi Fi, a computer, laptop, telephone, smartphone, really, not necessarily a home phone. But as long as you have these very modern tools, you can work from anywhere. So I want to talk to you, like coach you through how you might be feeling, how I was feeling when I was laid off. I'm going to give you a quick little story. I thought that I was in an industry where I would never be laid off. I was in the green energy industry. It was the industry where I wanted to retire from. It was fun. It was innovating, constantly new innovations every day. I was on my toes every day. I love my job. And I love the people that I worked with too. I put hours and hours and hours into that job. I mean, I'm the kind of person that if I love my job and I run sales teams or I ran sales teams and I would make sure that my team had everything that they needed. And when I was at the office, sometimes I wouldn't leave until 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning, along with the chief strategy officer. That is the kind of work ethic that I have. And I still have that. But I found it difficult to move from working that hard for a brick and mortar business that someone else owned versus working for myself. Because I was guaranteed a paycheck after I put that hard work in, it was easy for me to work for it because I had a payoff, a guaranteed payoff. What happens when you have the entrepreneurial bug or the entrepreneurial spirit? However, you get a detour or you're sent on a detour because you lost your job. What do you do then? Do you immediately panic and go right back into the job market? Or do you make the decision to take a risk? That's the best question for you. Are you willing to take the risk? Many of us who have been laid off, thankfully, have been given either a small severance package or we can qualify for unemployment. If you are in that situation where you can qualify for unemployment, take a risk. Take the risk. Put yourself out there. What is it that you wanted to do when you were thinking about getting a side hustle when you had your job. That still is possible. It still is possible for you to have that job, business that you were interested in doing, even though you don't have the consistency of that income that you just lost. Invest in yourself. Invest this time to learn a new skill. Invest this time to do research on the business that you're interested in. Invest this time to see were you really truly happy where you were. I realized that although I really enjoyed my job, I had just been sent to a different department where I was given more opportunity. Well, really more work for the same amount of pay. And I was just hustling and just doing so much work. And I started asking for a raise. And I was told that I wouldn't be getting a raise, but we'd revisit this, when we do our reviews. And that really made me mad. Not only did I get moved over to a new position where I had a new title, more responsibilities, and the same amount of money, I was told that they appreciated my work, that I was a hard worker, that they appreciated my work, but they did not appreciate me with compensation. And that is one of the things that we are looking for. I am a for profit person. I enjoy making money. I enjoy working hard. But it's very frustrating that when you're working as hard as you can, but you don't get the results that you're expecting to. So I had an exit strategy. I was going to take some courses while my boss was on maternity leave, and I was going to wait for her to come back. I was going to take these courses, get myself really, really ready to go. And then it fell from underneath me. The wool, not the wool, but the floor came out from me because I was laid off along with quite a few other people in my company. But it wasn't the end of the world. I was actually released. I felt like I had freedom all of a sudden. Even though the income was missing, I had freedom. I could take the courses. I had the time to take the courses. When I decided that I wanted to take these SEO and marketing courses, work got busier. I couldn't do the work and take the courses, and now I had that time. So I want to encourage you, take a month, spend time discovering who you are during this month and what you really, really want to do. Write it down, do that thing. But I would encourage you to do 3 things while you are figuring out who you are. Number 1, start an LLC. That's easily done by your Secretary of State for wherever you stay at, or whatever state you are living. Start an LLC. Search for a work from home, commission based job where you feel like you can sell a product, because pretty much our whole life we're selling we're selling who we are with our resume. We're selling who we are when we are looking for a new relationship. We're selling who we are when we are at church meeting new people. We are natural salespeople, even though people say I hate sales. But when we are looking for a new relationship or a new friendship with somebody, we're kind of like giving our elevator pitch of who we are. We're actually selling. And that is quite wild, right? You don't realize that every conversation that you have where you are talking about yourself and kind of propping yourself up a little bit and explaining your accolades and who you are and what you're passionate about, you are selling. There is a book called The Art of Selling, which is incredible. And I would recommend that you read that book. But the book that I'm reading right now that is challenging me and kicking my butt, it is called The Mountain Is You. Let me see if you could see it. The Mountain Is You by Brianna Weist. And I'm going to read the cover. This book is about self-sabotage, why we do it, when we do it, and how to stop doing it for good. Coexisting by conflicting needs create self-sabotaging behaviors. This is why we resist efforts to change, often until they feel completely futile. But by extracting crucial insight from our most damaging habits, building emotional intelligence, by better understanding our brains and bodies, releasing past experiences at the cellular level, and learning to act as our highest potential future selves, we can step out of our own way and into our potential. For centuries, the mountain has been used as a metaphor for the big challenges we face, especially ones that seem impossible to overcome. To scale our mountains, we actively have to do the deep internal work of excavating trauma, building resilience, and adjusting how we show up for the climb. In the end, it is not the mountain we master, but ourselves. So the mountain is you. What things are you trying to leap over to get to the place where you want to be in your life? Do you want to start a new business? Do you want to change careers? Do you want a new relationship? Do you want new experiences? Do you want to be more creative? Do you want to start a new hobby? Do you want to become the best version of yourself? This is your time. The fact that you've been laid off is a gift. It gives you the gift of time. It gives you the gift of self-reflection. It gives you the gift to start over. Every start over is a gift. The question is, do you see it as a gift or do you see it as a disaster? It's all about perspective. And I hope that this helped you. And if you want more information, I encourage you to like and subscribe, and there will be more information after this. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.